What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Asia session stream. I hope you guys are doing great. I am doing amazing as usual. Um, so, chat today. Today I took in total 3 trades, 1 win, 1 loss, and 1 break even. So I ended up being stopped out to break even on the last trade that we took together at the lunch hour. So definitely not definitely not the price action I was anticipating, but it is what it is. Shit, I'm not even logged into my broker. Let me see here. Multiple tabs open. All right, brother. Let me just close this and reopen. Don't know why I wasn't logged in, but yeah. So this action is is very crazy. It's actually extremely unpredictable within the PM session, especially. Let me just see if I'm logged in. Okay, yeah, I'm logged in here. All right, perfect, chat. Let me share the screen. You guys should be able to see it now. Yeah, it was very unpredictable during the PM session. So let me show you guys what I was seeing, and then we'll do a full-on recap of the day. We're gonna talk about a lot of things and basically dissect every single candle and how I view them, and potentially you being able to you being able to catch a trade. But here the open is going to play within the next minute right there, and we can see here we swept the previous daily high and we're closing back within the range bearish. So I'm saying that the sellers won the battle yesterday, but look at how strong we closed. Okay, meaning that the downwick of this candle is even bigger than the body, meaning that responsive sellers stepped in, responsive buyers stepped in, created a pretty big downwick. So unfortunately, I will not be taking a trade right now, let's say right at the open, predicting that the daily low is going to be taken out. It's going to be a different kind of play today. It will be more of a play related to the hourly / 15-minute. We have a lot of things to talk about today, especially also what happened yesterday. Man, yesterday was crazy, chat. It was absolutely crazy. I got stopped out to the tick. I was pissed, but at least Zahim was there to to talk with me. Okay, first things first. Starting with this daily chart, let's just go with the game plan and how I view the chart. Daily, what's the bias? For me, the daily chart is showing me aggressive selling. We swept the previous candle's high, so the previous daily high, closed back within the range, also respecting this bearish gap. Wicks do the damage, body still the story. Here, we can see that the body closed back within the range, also closed bearish, telling me that the sellers are more present within the previous daily range. Here, I don't want to fade them. I want to trade with them. Okay, so here, daily chart showing me bearish. Perfect. That's the only thing I want to know. I'm basically telling myself there is a bigger likelihood of us hitting this daily low when New York opens than this daily high, depending on what's happening within the overnight session. That's the initial bias that I have. Then I'm going to scale down all the way from the daily to the 15. So here I have the 4-hour to go through. 4-hour chart, same thing. It's exactly the same structure from the daily to the 4-hour. We're doing the exact same thing. We're sweeping the previous 4-hour high, closing back within the range bearish, and within the last 4 hours, basically, the sellers were the one controlling the market. We're actually also respecting this 4-hour bearish gap. So here, I am tempted to say that there is a bigger likelihood of us seeing an open to the downside than to the upside. So two aligning buys. Then hourly chart, same thing here. We can see pretty big rejection from this gap. Big wick, super small body, and resting liquidity right below us. And then 15, doesn't tell us much because, once you start scaling down, there is more and more noise. So here, based on what I'm seeing from the 4-hour, the daily chart, and the hourly, I would want to see if we can potentially take a short back down. Am I going to answer within the next few minutes? No. I want to let some time for that hourly candle to close and show me the story for the next hour. So here, a lot of things can happen within the next 40 minutes. I would say 58 minutes, basically, because we could start pushing back to the upside, resweeping this high, and then potentially selling off at the end of that hourly candle, closing bearish, and then I would have been faked out since I just jumped in too early. So now, if this next hourly candle, hopefully what I wanted to do is us pushing up higher, basically forming a fake out for those buyers, flipping back down below the opening price, closing bearish, showing me that the sellers are actually being present within the first hourly print, and then try to ride it out with the 4-hour trend and daily trend. Okay, that is basically what I'm reading currently. Am I going to jump in a trade right now? Hell no. Okay, hell no. So here also, let's talk about what I saw today. Okay, because there was it was very difficult to read, in my opinion, because of how big the initial range was. We had the 924 point down move right at the open. Usually when I see this, I have a rule for myself that the likelihood of us getting out of the initial range formed, if it's above 200 handles on NQ, is likely, but it will take at least 40, maybe an hour, 40 minutes, an hour to do so. And usually you guys know, like when I'm in a trade, I like to be right quick. I like to be wrong quick. So it goes against my, my rules to try to take such a, bigger picture play that will take hours to actually work out. Okay. So here, when I saw this first candle, this symbol doesn't exist. Am I tripping? What happened? Bro, TradingView was tripping on that one. Okay, you see when we see such a big down move, okay, and a big aggressive candle like this, usually what I never want to do is long back within the range immediately without a candle closing back within the range of the previous one. So here, usually when I see such an aggressive breakout and us having resting lows below us, I would just predict that the next bar will flush back down, sweep that sell side, and the next hourly candle will just basically have the same exact bias as the previous one. If you saw a 1 minute chart looking like this, what would you do? Would you long with your stop loss right here, or would you try to short this and see what's the reaction from that level at 65? For me, I would short this all the way. Okay, so here, first confusing thing that ended up happening was that we pushed up very aggressively first without sweeping the slow, which is pretty unusual, and we closed back within the range. So there, I was like, all right, we saw a closure back within the range. We have an unfilled hourly bearish gap above us. There is a pretty big likelihood of us printing to the upside, filling that gap. So then I took a long on ES within this range around here on this breakout, and my stop loss was here on ES. And basically the same kind of structure ended up being stopped out on the open low. Okay, so I was like, all right, the market is hard to read. Let me try to read the next print. Okay, let me try to wait for more confirmations in order to take a potential long again. And I was not heavy on that first trade, so I had some room to potentially take another one. Okay, so I entered only with 5 micros on the first one. So I had, I was okay to potentially take another trade. So here we closed back within the range. So my bias was looking for longs back into this unfilled gap, knowing that if we create a bearish gap it means that within the last 3 hours, sellers were way too aggressive, that buyers did not get a fair exchange. So here I would expect that this is a fuel level, and for us to go down, we would still need to see that level before. Okay, so here I'm anticipating that every break of structure to the downside is just a way to trap sellers into thinking that the market is going to go down, but we're most likely just creating the down wick of a candle that will flip back bullish and close above its opening price. So here, waiting, I was waiting. We created that inverse, and I told myself I am literally going to wait for that full-on hourly candle to close. I'm getting faked out way too much within this range. Hourly candle closed right there. Inside bar. Those are absolutely horrible. So I waited for another confirmation. We saw the break right after here. I entered on that breakout Let me show you guys exactly where I entered. Right on that candle right here. Entered some longs, had a tight stop. I was like, okay, I'm gonna try to make 1.5. I lost 500 on the first trade. I'm gonna try to make it back. Pushed up immediately, put my stop loss to break even right there in literally seconds. We reacted to this high. I was like, no fucking way. There's no way we don't go back to the gap right now. We held the gap and then we pushed. So that was the long that I took to make back my loss. So I was, I was happy. I ended the day plus 1,000. But this is not easy action, by the way, chat. I want to be brutally honest with you guys. This is the last 2 weeks have been very rough in terms of being able to predict the action within the 10 to 11 a.m. silver bullet hour. It is hard. Why? Because there's no breakouts or there's no action, because most of the action is made during the overnight sessions. And when we open during the New York session, then we range a lot, which is not something we saw a lot happening within the previous months. Previous months have been a lot of breakouts, a lot of good action within the 10 to 11 a.m. silver bullet hour, a lot of expansions, a lot of, I would say, breakouts from hourly candles. And right here, you can see, like, I can just show you guys why it's been a rough week or a rough last 2 weeks. If I just go and take a look at the hourly bars, okay, you'll see from, let's say 10 to 11 here, okay, breakout from the 9 to the downside, next candle, sweeps the low, sweeps the high, closes back within the range. What is this? Okay, that's a moment where I'm 100% going to lose. Here, again, breakout from the 9 a.m. 1 hour candle, unfilled hourly gap right above us, okay? I'm waiting for confirmations. I'm basically predicting that this next hourly candle is going to print to the upside and close bullish. We push up. Okay, let's see here. We push up all the way here. Okay, we push up all the way here. We stop. That was the gap that I was trying to target, actually. Few handles above, basically below that unfilled hourly gap, create a lot of bullish structure. That candle capitulates immediately right back down and closes back within the range. No, like, it is very hard to see any breakouts. The hourly bars are very hard to read. Even, let's say here, same action yesterday. It's like we break out. Of course, it's pretty wicky, so it's I wouldn't try to short that immediately. But then next bar, close back within the range. Okay, right here, I was pretty certain of the bullish bias. Hell no, close back within the range. I'm like, that's hard for me. That's hard to read. This is exactly the type of action that I'm gonna get absolutely destroyed. Why? Because the candles are not expanding from the previous ones, so I can't have a good read. And it's since my framework is basically based on finding the direction from the next hour, from a portion of that hourly bar, then when my framework doesn't really make sense because there's no push, then I'm getting screwed over. So like, that's pretty much what's happening. We went over a lot of things. Right now we're seeing the 4-hour candle actually opening up lower, wants to sweep that 614 level. Let's see what ends up happening. Also, yesterday was so unlucky, chat. So freaking unlucky. We took the shorts right here. So when this candle closed, I tried to short around this level. Let me show you guys. I tried to short here, take profit being right there, stop loss. My stop loss was exactly here, chat. I swear to God. Look at what happened. Okay, so I was I was adding to my position, but then look at what happened. Literally to the tick. Okay, this is what happened yesterday. If you were there, pushed. I was like, okay. Oh no, my stop loss was here. Sorry, literally here. Yeah, I'm on. Oh, that's no way. No way, chat. Oh my God, that is disgusting. You know why? Because I'm pretty sure I entered on MNQ, and on MNQ it was this upwick. Look. Yes. Is it? Oh no, it was this for value gap. I'm tripping. Yeah, it was inside the gap. I think this is where I had my first initial stop loss. I'm tripping. I'm actually tripping. But it was exactly the stop out, and then look at what happened right after. Sold off. I would have been stopped out to break even though here. I'm 100% certain. I wouldn't have taken out profits anyways, but just to show you guys how brutal the stop loss yesterday was. So yeah, a lot of things we went over right here. Wanted to greet you guys also. How are y'all doing? Hopefully you guys are doing great. Action during the summer is definitely some different kind of action, difficult action for me within the 10 to 11 a.m. Silver bullet hour. And I remember last summer I've had a hard time also trading my because I trade two strategies and I split my accounts between two sets, and I had a hard time last year during the summer months with one of my strategies that was strictly from like 9:30 to 10:30. So I was only making money with one of my strategies last year during the summer months for like 4 months straight, which was only during the PM session. Most of the trades happened either during like the during lunch hour or the PM session. Your framework lost its frame, literally. Yeah, it definitely lost its frame, bro. It's pretty crazy. I ain't got no framework anymore. Let me see the chat here. So let's start right now with the like goals, chat. 200 likes, we're doing the first giveaway. So 150k select account. So we're at 54. So let's get that like button. Let's smash that like button and get up to 200s. What's up? What's up? Is it optimal for you to trade multiple strategies? Is it optimal for me to trade multiple strategies? Yes. You know why? Because no matter your strategy, first, you will make mistakes. Second, it's not necessarily true that you will be in front of the chart and staring at the chart throughout the whole day, depending on the kind of time frame that your strategy is in. And also, we have emotions, okay? All three of them together. Plus, we don't necessarily just have emotions, we also have expectations. So my expectations usually are, okay, I want to get paid once a month, or I'm gonna feel a certain way. Usually, that's how I feel. Okay, so knowing that my goal, my objective in general is to get paid once a month, then I know the best thing to do in this case is having two different strategies with two different frameworks, but both of them are very low risk reward. So then when I split that risk, first I will accept the loss because I know that I can take another trade on my other set, which is high win rate also, which means that there's a big likelihood of me winning the next trade potentially. And also, if I'm in a dry streak, break-even streak on one strategy, then most of the time the other strategy is covering up, is covering the fees that the other strategy is basically giving me. So let's say I have two different strategies. One of them is in a break-even streak. One of them is in a win streak. So 1 month I end up making money on one strategy, the other one no. And then a month after, I take the payout on those on the first set. The other one is still break-even. And then when I take the payout, I have a smaller drawdown, get into a loss streak on the other one below the accounts. Okay, I still have the set that was in drawdown, let's say, or was break even. So then, I can still trade, and I'm still gonna be healthy, and reach my goals. Basically, that's how I do it. I think this is a very good way to. Of course, you're gonna make less because you're not copy trading all your accounts together, but it is a very good way to stay healthy and to reach your goals consistently. Um, months by months. So, like, the best way, in my opinion, is like to have, as a starter, to have like 3, 4 accounts. Even starting with 2, you split them 1-1. I think it's better to split them 1-1 than copy trade 2, 100%. You have a better chance to request a payout and cover the fees of both accounts if you spread the risk between both than just copy trading them both. Amos, I'm a beginner trader. How can I get good at market analysis like you? You will only get good if you backtest and put in a lot of repetition. So download a backtesting software, open up a Discord with you and your homie in it, so your trading buddy, and start taking pictures, start taking trades with a similar framework, back to back. Learn from someone who you trust, and after 6 months you'll be a different person. Expectations are a bad idea in markets. Sometimes range and sometimes don't. I don't know what you mean exactly. Were you talking about? I think you're talking about the hourly, but that's just how I frame my trades. And the months where it's not gonna expand, it's gonna be too bad for me. Expectations from the market and expectations from yourself are different. That's the thing. It's like, for me, I know that no matter the strategy that I trade, my business plan is as important. So if I respect my business plan perfectly, I should still get paid. That's how I see it. Let me see. Look at this, chat. Damn. Damn. Your first time I'm gonna be eating on stream. Those are not apples. Those are I don't even know how to call them in English. I actually don't know. Eating and trading is never a good thing. Who said that? If you're eating McDonald's, I guess, but I should put my I should do ASMR. Are you allowed to eat on stream? It's like 6:30 p.m. I don't think Brett will be mad at me. No, those are not mangoes. We call those let me see how we call them in English in English. Yeah, it's a variation of a peach. We call this nectarine. So I guess it's the same name. Nectarine, a smooth-skinned, hairless variety of peach. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Amos, you look like an Arsenal player. I see your celebration in FIFA 27. Bro, stop it with the I look like a soccer player. I am a soccer player. In another life, I'm a soccer professional soccer player. In another life. Yeah. Germany lost? No way. Wait. They lost 2-1. Are they going through? Ah, they secured. Okay, Ecuador lost though. Okay, they're not even going through. Côte d'Ivoire. How do you guys say this? I asked Drew, I remember. He said Ivory Coast, is that it? We say Côte d'Ivoire. That's how we say it. Ecuador played well. Shit. Same thing in English. Yeah, it's nectarines, I guess. Yeah, so Germany still won the group anyways, so we don't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Yeah. All right. So currently we're seeing the first hourly candle pushing to the downside very aggressively, opening up lower towards that previous daily low. So good sign. I would expect some sort of resistance being formed at 79 from one of those previous daily lows, big level. That will potentially create some sort of resistance. Maybe we can catch a trade from a candle closing back within the range, potentially on the hourly here, and have a gap above us. That would be the best. Even just us pushing towards, I would say, like the 17s and then closing back, having a gap above. Multiple trades we can potentially take within this range. I would, since the range is so big, I will not go for something that is a bigger picture play. I will just go for a quick scalp, maybe 30, 40 handles on micros and call it. It's way too risky for me to, just try something. A very strong push from the sellers within the first 30 minutes. Argentina is winning the World Cup. Nah. Get out of here. This level seems to be hard for ES. Let me take a look at ES. I mean, I never tried to trade ES during the overnight session. Maybe that's a good play. Because they're slightly different. They are. They are slightly different. Let's take a look at gold. I know there's some gold traders out here. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Gold looks good. Gold looks good for a long, chat. Damn. You see here? So what's happening on the daily chart is that we have our framework being created. So daily unfilled gap right here, telling us that within the last 3 days, sellers were way too aggressive within the previous range. Buyers did not get a fair exchange. This area right here has low volume. For the market to be efficient, we need to retrace back towards that inefficiency to find fair value. Good. So now I know that basically my prediction is that the next candle on the daily chart has more chances of closing bullish than bearish. So now I need to scale down. Since I'm looking at a daily chart, then I need to look at the structure within this bar on the hourly to make sure that we formed some good structure and the buyers are now ready to push up. So then I scale down to the hourly, and then what did we create? We created a breaker block. So we created a low, high, lower low, higher high. So then I can use this box right here as a potential long opportunity, basically a long how do I call that, PD array, basically key level to enter from and take out my fib from the low to the high and potentially add some more within 50% of that range. Make sure that I survive if price pulls back that deep. But I would say something that looks like this right here don't look too bad. And having, the TP1 being right here, almost at a 1-to-1, and also like looking at the action within those hourly candles. If you see us pushing back down and us starting to push right back and being close to that high, instead of having your stop loss here, I would trim it back within the internal low that pushed within structure to have a better risk to reward. So then potentially even take out full profits here if you want. That's something that I see on gold. If you were interested in seeing what I was looking at on gold, but I'm looking at some potential longs. Am I gonna trade it? Hell no. Get out of here. Get out of here. You guys are not gonna convince me to trade gold. Hell no. Impossible. Did you know, guys, that this fruit right here, this one, is the one of the most highly like nutrient fruit that you can find in terms of vitamins and everything. One of the best. I think this one, yeah, blackberry and kiwi, pretty sure. But if you are on a weight cut journey, okay, this is a cheat code though. What I eat when I try to lose weight, or like, I just try to get my six-pack back. The only fruits I eat are watermelon and strawberries. So usually that's what I eat when I want to lose weight and like, you know, still eat quite a lot of food to be full. Because they have no calories, literally no calories. Do you eat cats? Did you guys ever see my cat? Bro, my cat is so, bro, she's the best. She's literally like a dog. Bro, we would go. I had two cats in my life. First one, he left, never came back. So I was like, all right, big chilling. Second one, so the first one was a male. Second one, female. And second one, I don't know why, but she never ever bit me. Never, like, she has a lot of energy and, like, you know, runs everywhere and, you know, it's kind of a headache at night. But damn, like, she is amazing. And that gives some more life to the household. I'm telling you. Just, I was never, like, I was against all animals because of, okay, the house is gonna get dirty and I'm allergic and this and that. Oh, they're gonna shit everywhere and this. I'm telling you, it's like you have a baby in the house. It gives more heart. I'm telling you. You have a cat? Yes, I do. I do have a cat. I'm a fat fuck. I need to lose weight. You got this, brother. Cheat code for weight loss is fasting, water, coffee, fruits. That's it. And basically one meal a day. It's called starve maxing. Are you not trading gold? Nah. Not trading gold, my brother. Creates new things to be grateful for. It's just, when you go home, there's someone going down the stairs and hugging you. You know? Ooh, okay. Gold looks like it's pushing. It's ripping. Sheesh. I did not answer this trade though. I just called it out. Just called out what I was seeing. Just like daily bias wise, I'm seeing us sweeping that daily high before we even open up during the New York session or even Tokyo. That's what I would anticipate. Then if we can find some aggression above the high, the rest is just risk management, really. So here we are seeing the first hourly bar printing to the downside, sweeping the 4-hour low. We are going to have, and we basically already have an unfilled 15-minute gap above us right here. Okay. So what am I seeing? how am I reading the chart right now? Within the last 15-minute candles, basically, we had sellers being very, very aggressive, forming that inefficiency above us, which is that unfilled gap. Then after sweeping sell side, buyers are the one controlling the market, and they're most likely going to make this 15-minute bar close bullish. Once this candle closes bullish, I would expect that the next 15 would also be a bullish candle from the reaction from that sell side, and we would go for a gap fill right here. So I could potentially take a long within the next few minutes. It will be like a long that is going to be in and out pretty fast. Counter trend, but after sweeping that 4-hour low, it's not necessarily counter trend because of how big that down wick on the daily is. So we already took out the 4-hour low, which is the first objective. Then scaling down to the hourly, not seeing much. It's 15, seeing something. That's how I operate. Let's do this so you guys will be able to see it very well. So you see it right here, 15, gap above. Maybe you're gonna look for a long. Bruh. Our cat died last December being 15 years old. No. I'm sorry to hear that, Kryptoneer. No way. 15 years old. He's almost the same age as me. No, I'm joking, but damn. Sorry to hear that. That's the thing though with animals, is that if you've been with them for a big part of your life, it's exactly like losing a member of the family, It's gonna be the same thing. I heard like some of my friends lost their dog, and they couldn't, like, the pain they felt, only someone that already had a dog dying could understand. That's what they told me. And like, it makes you very nostalgic of certain periods of your life, and especially if that dog or that animal was with you during hard times and like was a big reason that gave you like more joy and stuff. And I remember my mom, bro, she freaking, we had the cat for like, I don't know, like 2 years maybe. Bro, she cried so much when we lost the cat. Like, it was insane. I was like, yo, it's a cat. Because that's me talking, me trying to help where it doesn't really help at all. I like cats, but they are very skittish. What does that mean, skittish? And take a while for them to get used to you, unlike dogs. True, but depends on the cat. My cat right now, amazing. How old are you? I'm 22. Animals are such a major source of joy in my life. Got 3 doggos. Oh, 3 doggos. Taking their pre-dinner nap on the couch with me at the moment. 3 dogs. Bro, you got a whole soccer team. Holy shit. I love dogs also. I used to hate them. I used to be very scared of dogs because when I was like 4 or 5 years old, I think I was like 5, a dog ran at me. Like a little small, I don't know how you guys call it, but we call those chihuahuas. I guess it's the same thing. Like those small little dogs that, look like shit. I'm sorry if you have one. But yeah, he ran after me, and Then like I ran in circles and he bit me. I was like, oh my god. Then I was scared for like between like 5 years old all the way to like 16, and then yeah, wasn't scared anymore. I do have one, love. She's awesome. I guess it's depending on the owners also, and depending on the dog for sure. Like how you raise the dog has like there's gonna be some owners that never let the dog they never walk with the dog, so like the dog is definitely like he's weird, you know. He doesn't get enough love. So it's just like a human, you know, it's the same thing. So 15-minute bar is gonna close back within the range. Bullish right here. We never truly shifted above that high, so 65. For me, the structure is I am seeing the next 15-minute bar having more chances of printing to the upside and be bullish back within the gap. Am I gonna take it? I judge that the structure within this 15-minute print is pretty much 50-50. If we start closing very aggressively above 65, it's gonna be more to my liking. But currently, we're rejecting. Yes, we're rejecting lows. We're rejecting highs. Also, we're not truly breaking above them. And I think that is really convincing about the fact that we're truly gonna bounce here. So I'm gonna wait. Let's see the gold. Gold is coming back. You see, you can't be too happy too quick. You know, you gotta take some smoke sometime. Know what I'm saying? Let me see the chat. I lost. There's so many comments I didn't see. Amos, I was in the trade on gold, but I chilled the stop loss too tight. How can I prevent that? Reps, repetitions, 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 repetitions. So you have the confidence to. So you're not gambling basically. If you put your stop loss break even too fast and then you judge that it was a mistake, then there's a part of you that, you know, is trading off of randomness, really, not really off of your edge. So 15 closed. I would expect the next one to be bullish and aggressive to the upside. That's what I would read. Is there a way for me to answer right now? No. The structure is not perfect on the 1-minute chart, so I will wait. I want to win the next trade. Okay, I'm gonna try my hardest. I'm really gonna try my hardest to win. All right, chat. That's a Caribbean word. No way. I have a pit bull that's 17. I don't know how he's still going. Bro, let me tell you one thing about those dogs. No matter, like, I will be scared of them forever. No matter what. I don't have, you know, it may seem very cool and, you know, I'm not trusting any dogs that finish with a bull. Anything that any dogs that ends with a bull is over. Pit bull, or, you know, anything that sounds aggressive, over. Anything that is like that is heavy can forget about me. An animal is a smart part of your life, but you are their entire life. Shit, that's deep. Yo, I saw a comment. I can't say it. I'm literally gonna get. I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get canceled if I read it. Bruh. What is your indicator? It's called 4PO3. No, not 4PO3. It's called ICT HTF candles by Fadi. That's how it's called. So we're waiting here. That's gold. Okay. Gold is still, it's still above the hourly opening price, Hourly candle is gonna close within the next 10 minutes. That's the thing. Is here, if you take the trade and you end up being wrong on the 15, then you're gonna miss out on a sell. Here, if you enter and then you end up seeing the unfilled being taken out, then there's gonna be no more sales and no more longs. So then you would need to wait for another candle to print. So here, just seeing the overall structure within this 1 minute bar, this 1 minute chart, not convincing enough for me to actually put on a risk. This is a huge level where we engulf the previous bar here. The opening price of the previous bar could be a very good support level in order to reach the top of that fair value gap. I'm seeing that happening still. Until we create a big displacement candle that is very aggressive, I'm still thinking that the 15 has more chances of printing to the upside timing wise. Facts. Dogs want attention. Cats like nonchalant people. I agree. If you don't mind them, they're gonna hug you. But if you mind them too much, bro, it's exactly like. I'm joking. You guys, stop myself. That was funny without me even saying anything. You know what I'm saying? I can't get canceled. You don't even know what I was gonna say. Do you wear the same t-shirt every day? Bruh. Do you think I have one black shirt? I maybe have 20 of them. Do you think it's possible to have a high win rate in a high risk reward model? Statistically, it's impossible. If you have one, then you need to have a very low frequency, because the more trades you engage in, usually the win rate will decrease. So you could have a high risk reward trade, high risk reward system with a high win rate, but the likelihood of it being formed every single day or giving you a good opportunity every single day is not likely. I would say, like, maybe if you take 4 or 5 trades a month, then you could see that happening. We're currently seeing that 15 distribute to the upside. I'm seeing it going, taking some speed exactly right here to go back towards the gap. That is a good break-even level. 100%. If you're in longs from that 15, Definitely a good break even. Do you see it going up or down? I said up. Bro tried to dirty Mac me though. He was like, yo, are you wearing the same shirt every... That's the type of shit like one of your... Like a guy will say in front of girls, you know? You know, you go to I don't know, you go to a party and they're like, yo, were you not dressed like this yesterday? Brother, even if I was dressed like this yesterday, what's up with that? What's wrong with that? You know? You try to set me up. It's all good. It's all good. But no, I have the same. I have a lot. I have a lot of black t-shirts, white t-shirts. I just love wearing black shirts because I have dark features and yeah, it makes sense. Really, makes sense. Okay, so we're seeing it actually printing to the upside. This is a perfect break even right now if you're still in. So if you were able to wait until we came back all the way to the previous candle's opening price to sweep lows and then see some upside, that could have been a very good trade for you, which is going to smash the TP right now. Enter the gap, you see. This is how I read the chart. What's above me? How did we close? What was the structure? What is most likely going to happen within the next bar? That's it. So here there is still 5 minutes left for that candle to close. Truly, what you can do is not even take out profits here. You can take out some profits. But what I would do, truly, I would wait until that 15-minute candle closes because you could still be distributing and closing aggressively within the gap. So if you're a high risk to our trader and you really don't care about, you know, just seeing the profits from here to there, then this is a very good thing to let it ride because there's 5 minutes left for that 15-minute bar to close. So 4 minutes and 11 seconds. So bruh, I think I lagged for a second. I definitely lagged because I was seeing the same time from this for like literally 10 seconds. Did I lag? I think I did lag. But of course, good take profit level. If you want more, then I would not even look at price. I would look at time. You see. Hamas, you're fucking handsome, bro. That's the type of thing someone will say just because he took the trade that I just called out. It's alright, brother. Yesterday you probably told me I looked like shit. Do you know your monthly win rate? If it's my win rate right now, this month, it's definitely pretty low. I don't know. I don't know how much my win rate is. How do you get a low frequency trading system and a high win rate? The only way to do that is by basically expecting a lot of things to happen before you enter a trade. So for you to be confident that a play will run for 50, 60, 70 handles, then there is a lot of things that need to happen on the higher time frame for you to be confident in a distribution for the day. If you understand like how the higher time frame candles move, the opening price, closures, bodies, wicks, so then you would need the daily to do something, then potentially the 4 hour to do something, the hourly to do something, the 15 to do something, and then catch perfect timing, which requires a lot of things to happen before you enter. You see? So like if you want a high win rate system with a low frequency, then you need a lot of conditions before you truly enter. It's that simple. You know? Are you waiting for a good trading opening? I'm waiting for the perfect setup to happen, really. So you see, like right now we're tape reading, seeing, you know, seeing the candles print, close, predicting the next few bars. So here, what I would do, okay, if I was still in this trade, if I was still longs from, let's say anywhere from 45 or like the 50s, I would start looking at taking out my profits within the next minute or two. This is what I would try to do. Or if you are, you know, if you are about that prediction and you're seeing how we're breaking out of that 15, then you could expect the next 15 to also close bullish, but you gotta be able to take the hit on the retracement for us to create the downwick of a candle that will close bullish and above the previous one. So, you know, you can't start trailing your stop here. You can't do that. You need to let it back break even. But I would start looking at taking out my profits either right now or within the next minute. That's what I would try to do if I was in. You see how that first hourly candle closed? Disgusting close for the shorts. Reacting to the 3 p.m. low. Big downwick, 70 points downwick. The downwick is bigger than the body. So here, you know, I'm not looking for shorts at all. Let me come back. How the fuck did you know? I know. I just know. I just know. If someone types in caps lock in full on caps, he just won a trade. it's that simple. It's really that simple. The hourly closed like shit on gold. Really. Maybe you can try to do is put your stop loss break even here and try to look for a re-entry. If you didn't see the move from that, I'd be scared for a deeper retracement. The best possible entry would definitely be here. You know, if you are patient enough to wait for a retracement back to 23, so 40.23, that is where you can truly like have peace of mind in knowing that you can hit a 1 to 2. You know, if you want to hit your 1-to-1 and just be in the trade, take more risks, this would be the entry. Like I would still be in if it was for a 1-to-1. But if you're looking for the perfect picture perfect trade, pullback. How many counts do you have? I trade 550K lightning funded accounts. So yeah. AM, you here? Do you trade gold as well? No, I don't trade gold. Trade Academy has a great lesson about liquidity. Which one did it? Which instructor did that? Was it Marco? I think Marco heard a lot about like liquidity things about him. How can I learn your system that you trade? YouTube. If you show up on every stream for 4 or 5 months straight, you're good. This is gonna be a time, time commitment, and you will need to be able to read between the lines, because we're gonna yap within those. I'm not just gonna spit some game. This is not gonna be a mentorship. We're here to vibe and do both. So here, what am I seeing? First hourly candle, was willing to give it a shot and wait for the closure to see what was the potential story from that opening. And we're seeing that the story is sellers stepped in within the opening of that candle, but buyers stepped in during the close, meaning that I am not certain of how the next candle will print because of how big the rejection was. Until we start truly seeing a lot of aggression within the wick and start accepting below 50% of that wick, I wouldn't look for any shorts, or even, potentially, I would never try to short here, back down and try to predict a bearish bar. I would never do that because of how big the rejection is. You see, like, there is a difference between having a framework and also having rules in place within that framework to not take unnecessary losses. You can't just say, oh, this happened, I'm in, or oh, this happened, I'm looking for a trade. No. Here, for me, responsive buyers stepped in. We have a 71 point down wick. For me, it's not a short. It's not a clear short. It is not. So let's tape read. We're tape reading right now. And tape reading sessions are great. If we don't take a trade, we tape read. Okay, I'll ask you, Americans, did you ever see a strawberry that big in your life? Okay, right here. This is a strawberry. Right there. I bet you never. I bet you never saw a strawberry that big. Your fruits are so big, it's not even funny. It is very small though. It is extremely small. This is like a baby strawberry for sure. It is way smaller than usual. But I mean, they would not even sell it where you guys are from. This is literally a popcorn. That looks small. Now I just have big hands. That's it. Strawberries look very small when I pick them up. Bro, what the fuck is this? Chat. Who's in? Who's dying right now in this PA? Who entered at around like 650 and wants to die? It is definitely small. I'm not used to eating strawberries like those. Yep. A master chihuahua. Bro, you said I was a dog? You call me a dog? AJ Trader is way too happy right now, bro. Are you eligible for a payout? What's up with you? What do you do for fun when you don't trade? I mean, play sports, go to restaurants, chill with my friends, go out some nights, depending if there's something to celebrate or not. Sometimes you just celebrate life. And in terms of sports, what do? I play soccer. I do boxing also. Go to gym. And yeah, I would say general overview, my life is very boring, but should be as it should. You know. Here, Moss, select versus growth account. If you have a high risk reward, go for the selects. If you have a low risk reward, go for the growth. If you want to get paid very fast and pass the account very fast, take the growth. If you want the biggest return on investment, take the select. Do you define you as a scalper, swing trader, or trend trader? I would say I'm a scalper. I'm more of a scalper slash. Yeah, scalper. But depending, some people say that scalper. There's multiple types. For me, there's the scalper, which is someone who's holding his trade for somewhere between a minute and like 15. I still consider that scalping. And then there's the micro scalper, which takes like 50, 60 positions within a day, which you can't do on Tradeify, by the way. You can't trade. You can't be in a trade for less than 10 seconds, just so that you know. But like, there's the micro scalper. So I would say I'm a scalper. Some people would say no, I'm intraday, but I'm definitely somewhere between scalper and intraday. I rarely hold my trades for more than 20 minutes. A must eating with the leaf, a real one. There's no leaf. I think my I think it's I think they're all gone. They're bald strawberries. A Moss episode with Riz, what do you think? What do you mean? If I'm gonna do one in the future with Riz, like, I want to. I think the podcast right now is doing it's doing great, which is exactly what I wanted. It's at 21,000 views in 3 days. I mean, not bad. Definitely looking back at it, there was things I could have said that I didn't say. It was my first podcast, so can't be too hard on myself. Definitely, I was definitely locked in. Had like 4 coffees in my veins, so I was locked in. I was definitely locked in. I did sleep maybe 3 hours. So if you're like, bro, why did that guy sleep before? No, I didn't. All right, just to answer your question, Brutally honest, I slept like 3 hours. I didn't do nothing like the previous day. I just woke up so early because I was looking forward to that. Bro, that comment made me laugh, bro. That guy said, bro. Like I said, in France, it's very common. We called that gariguette, the best ones, bro. That name is not tough. No, it's running. It's running, bro. If you're holding this from the 15, nah, you're rich. You're rich, rich. Bro, what the hell is happening? Okay, so we're seeing an aggressive open high. So that 15, you see how I view high risk reward, there was a big likelihood of us coming all the way back down and stopping you out. If you had the balls to hold and you basically used the 15 and the fact that, okay, we closed very poorly on that hourly, so I would not look for shorts, and there's quite a likelihood of us opening up higher, then you got paid here. So it's currently going for like even more, 1 to 3. You see how big 1 to 3 is? It's so far. It's actually so far. Extremely far. Hey bro, just want to let you know we appreciate your time. I've been here every night since you started, although I don't trade the same model. I get a lot of gems from you, bro. I appreciate you, Jay. Thank you so much, Jay. I appreciate that comment. I always say it's not necessarily about the strategies, Sometimes I'll say something that maybe resonate with you and it's completely not about strategies, it's, life thing, business model thing, a way to manage your accounts, account type, psychology, or you're probably just here for the vibes. Also, you don't want to be alone trading the Asia session, and So I appreciate you a lot. Those comments definitely are very appreciated. Whether I look at all of them, and I'm telling you, I truly appreciate that. Do you hoop? I'm pretty good at basketball. I am not tall whatsoever. So, I'm good for the street basketball, I move. But I mean, basketball, in my opinion, basketball is the hardest sport. Because you have the genetics, genetic selection basically. Holy shit, Chad! Like, what the fuck is happening? That daily is flipping aggressively. You see, okay, now that was not truly expected. I truly did not expect that big of a move to happen, especially with we had a 156 handle candle, but now this candle is already 171 points in 18 minutes. So definitely probably a catalyst driving that all the way back here. Is there a reason why we rejected from that? You know, we don't know truly, but definitely a good potential trade you could have caught there. Maybe like some runners. So we'll see. For me, you see how that candle is operating. We're pushing aggressively to the upside above the high of the previous bar, above the opening price of the previous bar. Buyers are being aggressive. They're controlling the market currently. So here, like if that candle was about to close that way, I would expect the next one to actually distribute to the upside and take out 23. This is how I read it. So then I would try to position myself as a buyer within that whole hour and look for cues and look for sellers to start being aggressive and then get squeezed within the range to then long. Okay, so there's 40 minutes left for that hourly bar to close. I can't really do anything. Even if I want to take a trade off of the 15 here, it's more of a FOMO kind of trade, and just trying to predict here at this point and trying to ride that trend out. There will be a retracement at a certain point for sure, and if you try to chase this, I think you're gonna learn the hard way. 1000%. How's the nightlife in Montreal? It's all right. It's all right. The thing is, there's kind of no middle ground. It's like, let's say I go to a club. There's two types of clubs. There's like the clubs that, because us, we can go to the club at like 18. Okay. And that's like you in the States, everything is like 21 plus. Us, it's 18 plus for everything. Drinking, clubs, this, that. So there's clubs where, there's only gonna be 18-year-olds to like 21. And like I would say like most of the clubs. But then if you want another crowd, then there's also gonna be, it's not necessarily my type of vibe. I like house, but not all the time. Sometimes I wanna vibe on some Drake. Put me some Drake or some little baby. So that's the thing. It's like, yeah, that's pretty much what's happening. So it's good. But there's some places that I just don't go because the crowd is not the best. And yeah. What is your dominant hand? The right hand. Did you pre-order GTA 6? No. If you pre-order GTA 6 as a grown man, I love to rage bait grown men with that sentence, that quote. If you buy a video game at your grown age, you should lock in, bro. No, I'm joking. I did not pre-order it. I'm not that type of nerd, but I'm definitely gonna buy it as soon as it goes out. Maybe what we're gonna do is that we're gonna do like custom games, Tradeify custom games. That would be sick. Do you play video games? I used to play a lot back then. I try to play here and there. I enjoy it with my friends that trade also, because usually the other friends can't really play. I try as much as I can. Let's say currently I would say the last 2 days I did play video games. Why? Because I did not have to create content for my Instagram. Because currently since I did the podcast, there's so many clips that were made for me. So like I don't really have to post. So now I have a little bit more free time for this week. But then next week it's back on the grind. It's back on editing my own videos and trying to lock in. I want to get to like 50,000 followers on Instagram, 50,000 on YouTube, 50,000 on Twitter. That would be the goal. We are at when? We're on June 25th. There's plenty of time. I never look at I want to achieve this by 2027 or by the end of the year. I don't say that. I just try to lock in and always trying to adapt also. And things can change very quick depending. I was stuck at like 10K subscribers or like followers on Instagram for a while, and then one video popped and I was at 26K. So you gotta let it time. Bro, why do I receive so many smoking questions? More of a sniper, I guess. Yesterday I would, Marcus sniped my stop loss, but having you doing the live streams makes the account more valuable. Definitely glad I chose Tradeify. Let's go. Hopefully we're gonna take a banger. Hopefully. Up to the market to decide. Out of my longs, good stuff. If you took those longs, damn. Imagine if, bro, those are ripping. I would have never held that for that long. I would have trimmed profits at like 1 to 1.5, literally here. That would have been my full on TP deeper within this gap. If I was really trying to full port and like pass something like a growth account, then I would have let that ride. But you see, that's the type of things that I would do to pass an account. I would enter a trade that usually runs for a 1-to-1. I would risk 1,500 and let it ride for a 1-to-2. And if it wins, it wins. If it loses, it loses. And if I win, I'm funded. If I lose $87. Who cares? But I don't care, So that's how I read it. There's an insane skill gaps in hoops. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. But it's not an individual sport, so there is a skill gap. I mean, I would say like you could get carried by your physical attributes. Do you do MJ, marijuana? If so, what do you recommend? No, I don't. I receive so many questions about, do you smoke? No, I don't. I don't think I look like a smoker also. But I don't shame. Do you only trade at the beginning of a time frame? Not necessarily. I trade when I have a big, I understand where the next candle is most likely going to print, and that takes some time because I need a candle to tell me the story, you know? It just doesn't want to, it doesn't want to stop. It actually doesn't want to stop. That is crazy. But those kind of breakouts, I love them so much. But that's the thing, we're pushing too aggressively here. It's way too aggressively. Ooh, that 30 looked very clean, chat. That 30 looked very clean. So do you see like that 15 turned into a 30 unfilled gap and then, you know, pushed from there. So you could have had a reason to, you know, hold above that. Should have, could have, would have. You just made 3K on that move. Good shit. Good shit, brother. You don't like it? Decent shape. You gotta chill, bro. You can't let, you can't. Oh, shit. Bro made a research. I lived there for 4 years, didn't like the nightlife that much. It's okay. It's all right. It's not the best. It's not Miami's or Mexico's. You crack me up only being 22, 23 and talking about 18-year-olds. Okay, for my defense, there's such a big difference between 18 and 23. Such a big difference. Oh my god. Yo, I just saw a comment right now. You gotta chill, bro. Oh my god. Oh my god. Fuck. It's retracted. Oh my god, bro, you killed me. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh, you gotta love that. You gotta love that chat. Holy shit. Bro retracted the message. I was like, fuck no. Damn. Yo, you need to cut your hair because people in the chat say you look 47 for some reason. Bro. Hell no. You're 23, yes. No, I'm still 22. I'm turning 23 in a few weeks. Can you short from here? Oh, hell no. I wouldn't short. I would never short such an aggressive candle like this. When did you start posting on social media? I started posting in 2024. I think April or March 2024 was when I started to post. So very early in 2024. And the concept that I did that got a lot of people hooked was the $200 days. So I was posting my journal. I had my journal and I was posting daily $200 days, 1-to-1 risk to reward. Exactly the same thing that I preach now, but you see just me entering with bigger size and bigger accounts. But then at the end of the month, I would show like the final P&L, and it would be 2,000 and then 3,000. And then people started to see the value. We're like, shit. Of course, my audience were definitely not, younger kids that truly look for that 1 to 10 risk to reward scenario and getting rich in 5 minutes. It was more, older people that looked at me and were like, damn, I really like that kind of approach. Slow and steady. I see myself doing this. I can't see myself risking that amount of money or investing that much. So that approach caught a lot of attention, especially at the time. Right time to start posting, basically. Right eyes also at the right moment. There's definitely a luck aspect, but definitely an aspect of me being prepared for that luck and being able to take that chance, So then kept posting, never stopped posting. I post at least twice a day, once or twice a day, easily every single day. And I've been doing that since 2024. Then started on YouTube, was pretty small. When I started with Tradeify, I remember me and Brett hopped on a call, and I had 3,000 subscribers on YouTube. I had 3,000 subscribers on YouTube, or like 2.5. Then was able to run it up all the way to like 5K with giveaways and some strategy videos. And then the short form picked up, now at 31,000. Same thing for Instagram, So yeah, definitely blessed to be doing this. I would say, there is a part of luck, but luck is when I would say hard work meets timing, really meets the right timing. Yeah. I didn't take any trades yet, for the people asking. I see a lot of people asking if I took a trade. No, I didn't. My brother. My brothers and sisters. I know there's some sisters watching me also. I wouldn't long right now until I see good confirmations of that hourly candle, being strong. I thought you only trade lightning accounts. Yes. Usually that's what I go for. I'm known as the lightning account master. I wouldn't say that, but I love them. Asia feeling so much better than New York lately. Freaking ruthless in the AM. I totally agree with what you said, Shabu Bailey. There's so much expansion during the overnight sessions that the New York session is pretty choppy, and the hourly candles tend to reject from each other and close back within the range of each other. So not a lot of expansion, definitely difficult to trade. And if you've been trading a certain way from, let's say, 2026 all the way, let's say January, February, March, April, you've been trading the same exact way, then right now there is something that is different. And you should see it, especially if you favor continuations like me. The last 2 weeks, you're seeing something different occurring. A lot of reversals. If you're a reversal trader, you're seeing a lot of success right now, when in the previous months you might have gotten smoked quite a while. Yeah, quite some time, I would say. Amos, what's your full schedule on Tradeify TV YouTube channel? I do every single day. I do 3 hours and 30 minutes of stream. So I do an hour during the lunch hour. So from 12:30 to 1:30, that's a segment called the trading floor. More, you know, I've been trading only kind of a smoother action and slower price action, which is very good for me. Have time to talk with you guys, and it's very different than the open, where I really need to be locked in and watch every single candle and react to the 1 minute bars fluctuating. So yeah, from 12:30 to 1:30 every single day. It's called the trading floor, and then we have the Asia session stream from Monday to Thursday. Okay, from 5:55 p.m. all the way to 8:30 p.m. I still didn't take any trades. I am looking to see if I can potentially take a long within this range, if we can find buyers within this pullback, and then push up aggressively within the hourly bar for me to be able to predict the next one. That's what I'm looking for. Do you usually go for 1 day to pass counts? I used to do that a lot before the lightning. I would say the lightning, they're a little bit more expensive. So the first thing that I started with was they were the growth accounts. And then once I started to have a bigger buffer and I requested some good payouts, then I was able to put that money into some lightning funded accounts. Now look at the RTH chart. Let's take it all the way back down. Imagine. What does a smoker look like? Damn. You're making me think right now. What does a smoker look like? I don't know. Mature. I don't know. Like very mature. I would guess. Older. What do you think? What do you think a smoker looks like? You smoke hookah here and there. Very rarely. Didn't catch that long. Nope. No. I'm a she and I live in Montreal, so I know the scene. Damn. I won't say that I like the place or not, but you already know. You already know how it goes. Now I'm back before the before that guy made the comment. Shit. Amos, bro, why is your audience a bunch of 17-year-olds? I'm telling you, it's the complete opposite. I swear to God, I'm very certain of the fact that most of the people that are listening to me are not young or like that young. For multiple reasons. First, for reasons of trading style. My trading style is boring but effective. When you're younger, you want something that is high pace and that will fry your dopamine, you know? That's first. Second, you know, just the culture overall nowadays, it's more brain rot type of content. I mean more for the 18-year-olds and the younger, generation. Of course I'm 23, but 22, but there's a big difference between 18 and 23. Okay? If you say there's no difference, you're lying. There's a whole world between us. And there's a whole world between, 23 and 28. But I would argue that the world between 18 and 23 is bigger than 23 and 28. I would argue that. Because the younger you are, the more each year counts as like 10. Literally. And then the older you get, Canadian chicks are one of the funniest in the world. Why do you say that? A chill junior. Give us your story, brother. I want to laugh with you. Let me know. I would say they're funny for sure. I would say just all the people from my area are just funny people in general. Because they really don't care. They truly don't care. We hit 200. Okay, we're doing the first account giveaway. We already have 200. That's insane. We're 535 people on the stream. So make sure to like if you enjoy. We are doing big accounts for the giveaway today. We're doing 150K select account for the giveaways. We're giving away one account 100% because we reached 200 likes. The next like goal is going to be 330. At 330, so we need 100 more likes. I'm doing another one. And once we're at 330, I'll choose for the next one. Okay, but I want to give away at least 3 accounts per day and 3 big accounts. So, again, like I said, this stream is new. I can easily say, the stream is new. We need to get some more people in. It's easy for me to back the fact that I'm giving away like $700 worth of account in 2 hours. When there was like an insane amount of account given away. Guys, what the hell is this? Oh my days. What in a fake out? Oh hell no. Let's see how that candle ends up closing. Moss, can you explain again why the wicks on the daily show you why most likely we wouldn't take out the daily low. It's not that we are not going to take out the daily low. It's I need more confirmations because the daily candle wicked so aggressively. So what do I look? Okay, what do I look at if I can quantify everything so you can learn it as mechanically as you could? Look at the size of the wicks and the size of the bodies. They tell you a story. Each candle tells you a story. Here, what's the story? We have a 500, so a 450 point down wick. Okay, even a little bit more than this. We have a 329 point body, and we have also a 175 point up wick. Okay, this candle closed bearish, showing me that within the previous day, the sellers were the one controlling the market. They were being aggressive, and usually the trend is your friend. You want to trade with those participants. I'm never looking to reverse the market until I have a confirmation of a candle closing in the direction that I want to trade. Okay, so here it closed bearish, and it's telling me sellers are the one controlling the market. Good. Then right here, there's also something that I look at, which is called the distance between the draw and the close. So here, if I take a look at where we are, if I take out my fib from the high to the low of that bar, where we were within, I would say, the open, we opened up, we immediately went higher. We were at 50% of that bar, meaning that if we're at 50%, it means that the distance between the open and the high of that candle is exactly the same as the distance between the open and the low of that candle, meaning that I don't truly have an edge in shorting immediately because it's a 50-50. I'm in the middle of the range, so it is a higher risk toward play, meaning also that it is going to be a lower win rate. For me to enter a short within this range, how would I consider entering a short since we have such a big down wick? Then it would be if we start trading below 50% of that wick right here. Okay, if we start accepting lower and lower prices and we're accepting below the daily open, then I know responsive sellers stepped in, and we're most likely putting in the high of the day here within the Asia session, and we're going to take out and distribute during London, open up in New York, and actually wipe down, even more lows here, back to the 29,000. So the targets, like the first target would be the daily low, then so here 302, then 65, and then if you wake up during the New York session and you see us trading below those lows, there's a pretty big likelihood of us, being able to print even more to the downside. So that's how I read it. I read those wicks as, a way to tell me, okay, should I be aggressive or not? Because there was participants stepping in either at the close of that bar or right before. You see, hopefully the explanation was good enough for you, hopefully. But let me know if you have a question. I'll definitely answer it. I just want to make sure that you understand the framework and you can truly follow what I see. Okay. Yes, thank you. Perfect. It's closed in the middle, not opened. Okay, but when a candle closes, what happens? A new one opens. I'm talking about the open of that one. So yes, it did close, but I'm referring to the same point. For me, like when I'm talking about the open, I'm talking about the candle I'm trying to predict. So this one. So for me, when I see this bar, I'm like, okay, what did it tell me? Can I have a good, can I frame my trade on the daily chart knowing that, okay, there is a big likelihood of us printing a bearish candle within, that Thursday move? If not, I should wait for more confirmations. So here, just looking at this hourly, it's kind of the same play as yesterday. I would never, ever long a candle that looks like this. Yeah, type 1 if you would long this, type 2 if you would short this. For me, and don't take my word for it, just tell me what you see. For me, I would never, ever short this. And even if it opens up and drives all the way back up, I would never short this. I don't care. Because those candles, they tell me a story about the next one. You know? I would short. Or at least I would remain bearish until proven otherwise. So here, we just saw the market rip 226 points within a 15-minute bar, at least two 15-minute bars. And then another 30-minute went by, and we went all the way back below the opening price of that hourly bar. You see why I'm not trying to predict? You see, those are the type of things, the type of bullshit we're seeing nowadays. You see this exact play? This is exactly what I take in the morning. But if you don't understand the framework, you can't really understand why I'm getting squeezed. But like when this candle is fluctuating, I'm entering longs basically just for a little prediction. And those candles end up squeezing me and closing back within the range of the previous one. So I'm like, bruh. When those candles, if you take a look at how many candles we have that sweeps the previous candle's high and close back within the range, bearish without sweeping the low, they're very, very rare. Those are rare candles, especially within the last 4 months. Very rare candles on the hourly, or even on the 15. Like if you try to look for them, you're gonna find one or two maybe within a whole day. You know. So I'm gonna look to potentially enter shorts. I would want to see if we can dive down again, like within the next few minutes. I want to short this. I definitely want to short this. You see, those are the type of candles I would want to see if I have a daily bias that is bearish, and I could potentially anticipate that this high is protected for the daily. You see, like this type of squeeze is so aggressive. I'm like, and I'm not seeing us coming back towards that high, at least on the daily chart. And this could be, you know, a protected high. And then once the new bar opens up and drives down lower, if we can find acceptance below 605, and the next few hourly bars also print bearish, you know, it's reps, you know, go down. It might pull back, but at least during London, it might take it might take out the draw. Yo, look at this 15 though. That is disgusting. That's, by the way, that's our day. that's the New York session, by the way, chat. That is our day. So that was the opening range formed from 9:30 to 10. So 2 15-minute bars. And then we are not trading either below or above that range. $271 likes. We need, what did I say? Did I say 330? I'm pretty sure I said 330. Let's do 330. When I was 18, I was what? Exactly. When you're 18, you're watching someone with a Lamborghini and a Bugatti, yeah. Or maybe two. So I'm seeing some potential shorts happening within this range. Looking at how this hourly candle is closing from the previous candle's range, I would see that this is a squeeze, and once the new hourly candle will open, if we drive up, it will most likely just to be the creation of the upwick of a bar that will end up closing bearish and distributing to the downside. So here, if I had to take a trade, if I had to take a prediction from the close, it would be that the next bar would print to the downside. So here, whatever happens above the opening price of that bar, I consider this being what we call a fake out. Okay, so we could see what I could see happening would be like price pushing down first, accumulating, manipulating to the upside, and then here take my trade back down. That's what I would want to see potentially. So I'll try a potential short within this range. I like it. But if it goes all the way back up, that shit's gonna be fucking crazy, bro. Oh my god. The risk is freaking huge. I need to enter light on that one. Or maybe add. Or maybe just add. Let's do this. Theory also just closed back. Open. You open up higher. Gonna answer shorts 2 here. Letting some room for my trade to breathe. What do you mean breathe? For me, it's an absolute short. If you get squeezed, I'll be all right. I'll answer just one here. Bruh. Answer 2. I like that push. I'll add to this position though for sure. Not a fake outs are so crazy. Let me eat a strawberry. Exact same trade we took yesterday. Literally copy paste. Gonna answer some more within 46. Because I'm in 4 right here. Full target will be this internal low. So I'm only in 4, not much. Don't really want to add too much. Just want to locate myself as a seller. I still want to let it some room to breathe. The risk is not too much. Those openings are so freaking aggressive. God damn. They are. Might be like yesterday. Let's see. I would never ever try to long this in my life. With how that previous hourly print closed, we are opening up higher. That's exactly what I want to see. I'm giving it all the way to 41 until I get stopped on that one. But yeah. We could definitely retrace back to 50% even of the wick of that bar. Easily, I know it. That's why I wanna put a wider stop within this range. Fading the goat. Come on, brother. You live trade every day? Mostly, yeah. Mostly every day. It's gonna be a huge level 80. Bro, that open is so disgusting. I hate it. I freaking hate those aggressive opens. Not even like that 15 is gonna close in 4 minutes and 51 seconds. If that 15 engulfs the previous bar like this and closes, I might get absolutely fried. If I lose this trade, I might have to chill on the hourly bars on the next few streams. I might just have to just trade the 15s. I liked your interview on Tradeify TV. Which one? My interview on Tradeify TV. Did I ever get interviewed on Tradeify TV? Like, you just mean the stream? It's just a stream. Appreciate you, my brother. Appreciate you, my brother. Very aggressive push from the 5. There's a 5-minute gap. Might see some buyers defend their positions. If we can see us flip back down below 720, it will be amazing. I could even, if we start shifting back down and, you know, we trade below the opening price of the hourly, I will potentially protect myself and put my stop loss back above that high and see whatever happens from there. At this exact moment, I'm gonna keep eating my little strawberries. I can smell someone being in a full port. The guy said, I need to find that comment again. Bro. He said, if that trade wins, I'm gonna name my first son Amos. Definitely not the reaction I wanted to see from the 5. Lame close. 15's closing strong. Buyers are gonna be happy right now. Let's see. Let's see if we can squeeze them. It's gonna take a while though. Did we reach the second like goal? 294. Come on, chat. We need to reach 330 in order for me to do the second account giveaway. So let's hit 330. Make sure to like the stream. Currently in a fight. I want to see some downside. Some people in the chat are going long, you know. It is what it is. It'd be like that sometimes. A rough open from the 5 and the 15. Looks like it wants to go up. We're able to fill your swing that 15-minute high. It's gonna be good. I feel like this trade will take a while. That's the thing. And the stream ends in like 14 minutes. To get the 4-hour. Yeah, the 4-hour is pretty much a 50-50 for sure. The hourly is telling me that the high here is protected though. I really like the shorts from that close. I really like it. So we're opening up higher on that new 15. Could bump above the 90s. We could stay in drawdown for a while. It wouldn't surprise me. Also seeing the action from yesterday. Bro, the retracements are so deep. So deep. But we're not in heavy, so it's alright. We're not in too heavy. Yesterday we were in heavy. At least heavier. So we're at 312 likes. Come on, chat. Let's hit 330 and we're gonna do two account giveaway. I hate consolidation when I'm in a trade. I hate it too, but that's the thing about the size. If you're over leveraged on this trade, bro, you actually wanna you want to die right now, 100%. You know, and I feel that's why I never try to be too heavy, especially when I want to take the aggressive entry, bro. The amount of times I got caught, and even there, I entered. My best entry possible would have been to wait for a pullback and even add here. Like I wouldn't be in drawdown right now, but you know, a lot of the trades that I win also are due to that aggressive entry being able to work out. You know. So if we start trading below the current candle's downwick here, 82, I will trim the stop loss back to 73 and judge that we will have enough sellers within this range to push price down below 63 and then have enough fuel to go back to 605. Can we reclaim the open and this not be a fake out? Boring. Bro. Timing wise, I would want to see us go down now. If we start to rip up, I will start potentially praying to win that trade because the timing of the sell is literally now. If it doesn't happen now, either the candle is gonna close, like is gonna create a huge fake out at the end, which is exactly what happened yesterday, like at the last 10 minutes, or it's gonna close as an inside bar, or it's gonna stop me out. There's like 3 scenarios. Uh, 329. Okay, come on, chat. Let's do 400. So 80 more likes. 80 more likes. Okay, just 80 more, and I'm doing another. Not even. We're at 329. Okay, so it's 70 more, and we're doing another account giveaway. Okay, so let's hit 400 flat, and we're giving away 350k select accounts. Good capitulation from the 15. Don't want to see any big buyers stepping in. Just want to see a flush. We got to give up the open from the 15 here. The 705 level is huge. It's the open of the hourly. There's going to be buyers there, I assume. I definitely assume there's going to be buyers there. Even just right above it, right there. It has a hard time reclaiming the open right now. If we flip back above 55 on the 15, we might go back towards 76, which is gonna make me, you know, pretty disgusted with this trade at that point, timing wise. At this point, no one's winning. If you're in a long or in a short, yeah, that trade will take at least an hour for sure. God damn. So 364. Come on, chat. Lock in. Lock in. We need to reach 400. Come on, 400. If we hit 500 likes, I'm giving away 2 more accounts. So instead of 400, we're actually 600 right now on the stream. So I don't see why it would be hard. If everyone just clicks the like button right now, I could be giving away 6 accounts instead of 4. Wait, no, I'm giving away 3. What the fuck am I talking about? I'll give away 5 instead of 4. Come on, chat. 376. Good push so far from the sellers. We are reclaiming the opening price of the current candle. This is a moment where I would want to see a flush occurring. And once we start trading below 82, I will then put my stop loss back above 74. And basically predict that we don't need to get above that high anymore. And if we do, then that bar is going to close like shit. Or, you know, it's going to either close inside as an inside bar, or it's going to close bullish. So 395. Okay, I see you guys. You guys are low-key tough. Yo, share the streams. Share the stream to everyone. Family member. Everyone that you know. I could be giving away multiple accounts. So as soon as we're gonna reclaim this chat right there, this low, I am gonna put my stop loss back above this high and start thinking about even seeing some earlier profits. Okay, so we just reclaimed that candle's low, putting my stop loss back above the high. For me, we should never step back up to sweep the high. This is how I read the chart. If we would have pulled back all the way here, I would have put my stop loss here. Okay, so I'll take out just 2 here right at this internal low, and then let 2 more right there. That's what I'm gonna do. Stream's gonna end in a few seconds anyways. Not seconds, but a few minutes. Now that we are literally one handle away from the internal low, stop loss at break even right here. The hell? What did I see? The hell, chat? The hell was that? Am I tripping? Okay, that's a good push. I need to see 65 get used as stops and us being aggressive below that low. No pullbacks, come on. So I was able to trim some pretty good profits right there. Let's see if we can I'll take out one more here. I'll just let one run. I don't like how we reacted, and that 5 is gonna close. So a bigger picture play turned into a scalp from the immediate reaction we saw. So last run will be here. Mostly doing this because the stream ends in 1 minute and I want to do the giveaway. So let's do the giveaway quick, chat. But can we get some W's in the chat for that trade? Yeah, definitely some good patience right here. I anticipated that's what I'm anticipating right here. You see, I would never buy a candle that looks like this. For me, there is a lot of resistance within this wick, a lot of sellers that are going to step in to defend their positions, and a bigger likelihood of us printing a down close candle than an up close candle from from that bar, you know. So this was my framework. This was my framework yesterday also. Yesterday we ended up being stopped out to the tick, but you see today we're seeing TP1 being smashed and us kind of needing to get out of get out because the stream ends. But yeah, beautiful, still beautiful. Okay, so first word, let me type it to Tony. I'm so sorry, brother. Tony. Shit, I never find. You know, I can't find that. Okay. I have it now. Okay. All right. First word, chat, is GG easy. Okay, you can type it once, and then once you type it, there's gonna be a bot that will enter you into the giveaway. Do not spam it. Okay, it's Nightbot. So yeah, it's working. All right. So you guys have like 15 seconds, and then I'm gonna announce the winner. Okay, we can select the winner. Let's select the winner right now. Congrats, MVU. You won the 150K select account. Make sure to have your email in your YouTube description, and also type in the chat right now so we know you're here. Let me know if you're ready for the second word, Tony. Are you ready? All right. Second word, bull trap. For all the bulls, get squeezed. Easy short. No, I'm joking. But second word, bull trap. Type it once. Don't spam it. You guys have 15 seconds, and then we're gonna do the last. If you guys want more, though, we need 500 likes, and I don't think we're gonna have it within the next 2 minutes. So I mean, it's up to you guys, but me and Tony are gonna work overtime for you guys. All right, you can select the winner. All right, congrats, Jod OP. You won the 150K select account, my brother. Make sure to have your email in your YouTube description, and also type in the chat right now to claim your account. Okay. Then the last word is gonna be last word will be this one. Thank God it's Friday. We're at 60 more likes, and I'm doing 2 more accounts. And we're 550 people. I don't see why we can't do that. That would be the comeback, a historical comeback. Maybe there's too many people just managing their trades right now. Okay. We can select the winner in 3, 2, 1. Congrats, Mr. Cito. Mr. Cito, okay. I like that. I like that name, Mr. Cito. Make sure to have your email in your YouTube description, my brother, and type in the chat right now to claim your account. It was a pleasure, guys. We did not reach the 500 like goal, but it was a pleasure to be with you tonight. We took a banger trade. We were able to have 2 or 3 reads on the chart easily. The 15 minutes and the hourly also. We also have Prop from Trader in the chat right here. What's up? What's up? Thank you guys for having me. You guys are amazing. Appreciate you, Riz. Appreciate you, Sanj. I love you guys. I love you guys. So make sure to go watch the interview that I did with Prop from Trader. We're at around 21,000 views. So I mean, I think people like it. You know, I think people like it. So again, thank you guys so much for the love, for the support. You guys are an amazing chat. The chat is definitely the greatest of all the streams for sure. So no streams tomorrow because there's no sessions on Friday for the Asia stream, but I'm going to be there tomorrow at 12:30. So from 12:30 to 1:30 for the trading floor. So make sure to be there. Appreciate you guys so much, and I see you guys tomorrow. Peace out.
Here's how the Prediction World Cup works. Every match becomes a market. You're not just watching the game, you're trading it live as it plays out. Pick an outcome, say, Mexico to win. The price is the market's read on the odds. 56 cents means a 56% chance. Buy in. If Mexico wins, every contract pays out $1. If they don't, it settles at 0, and you don't have to wait for full time. As the match swings, the price moves with it. A goal drops, your position jumps. So sell early to lock in profit, or hold to the whistle. You start with $2,000 in virtual capital. None of it real, none of it at risk. Run low in the first week, reset once, free. Every trade climbs the leaderboard. Rise up your country's board, and every knockout round multiplies your score. The prize pool? $250,000, the top 500 win prizes, and first place takes $100,000. The Prediction World Cup. Free to enter June 28th, and every player gets 50% off. Tap the link to play.